where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible sword. His truth is marching on.
Hello, everybody. Stop in the name of silver and listen to Professor Toto, because silver is all of the rage, and it should be, because silver is going much higher. Silver is where you need to be focused. But the problem is you need to educate yourself completely. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do. Thank you for watching. This one you need to share with everybody, because everybody today is inboxing me, where do I buy silver? Well, I'll give you the answer to that. If you'll stay through this class, I'm not telling you where to buy, how to buy, or what to buy until you listen to me. Because if not, you're going to do the wrong thing, because you're not a silver expert, you're not a gold expert, and because of that, educate yourself. All right? Because there is something about this silver. I'm calling it the silver scam, and that's not just to get your attention. It can be a scam. And unless you understand what I'm going to teach you, you will get scammed, because there is something nobody's telling you about silver. Everybody's chasing it. I see it, you see it, it's all down your timeline, and everybody that just discovered YouTube is seeing the videos. They're popping up everywhere. Spot price, that's something we're going to talk about. You're seeing screenshots flying around like confetti at a parade. Predictions everywhere. Silver going to 100, silver going to 500, silver going to the moon, and it is. Nobody is negating that fact. But almost nobody, and I mean nobody, is asking the only question that actually matters. Not what is silver selling for, but what will it cost me to get out of silver in the future, if you so desire. Okay? That's what, let that hang in your mind for a minute. What will it cost me to get out? And that is what nobody's telling you. That's the scam that no one is preparing you for. I did not say silver is a scam. Getting out of silver is a nightmare if you do not know how to do it. All right, I'm going to go through a lot of information here. Number one, if anyone tells you that they are buying silver at spot price, they lied. It's impossible. No one. What is spot price? It's the price you're seeing on Fox News when they tell you gold has reached $80 an ounce. That's not what, or silver rather. That's not what silver is selling to the public for. That is simply like a sticker price on a car. It means nothing. That's not what you are going to buy silver for. So if you think you see $80 on a ticker price that you're going to go buy silver at $80, not happening. Occasionally, the big companies like SD Bullion and others will offer a spot price for a very limited quantity, but that's simply a loss leader to get you in the door to buy more silver beyond the limit. And nothing wrong with that. That's the way business operates. So I want you to get that word spot price out of your brain. You are never going to buy at spot price except in very limited quantity. It's just like a gallon of milk at Walgreens might be $2 cheaper than Walmart. That was just to get you in the door. It's a loss leader, so you'll buy everything else in the store. That's the way business works. All right? So you can forget spot price. Never going to happen. Let's talk about what happens when you buy silver. Number one, there's always a dealer markup. How do you think J.G. Wentworth pays for that song that's in your brain? J.G. Wentworth. They paid to put that in your brain. So how did they pay for that? Because there's a markup between spot price and the dealer markup. There's also a premium. I hope you're taking notes because you're going to get education here today. There's a premium. There's shipping. Oh, you want it shipped to you? That's going to cost you. And then guess what else you need? You better get insurance on that shipping because UPS loses things. So now you've got to pay for shipping. You've got to pay for the insurance on the shipping. And have you considered storage? That's the big one that nobody's warned you about. Oh, you're going to store it under your mattress. Got you. The next thing let's talk about is risk if you store it under your mattress, all right? So I'll get to all of that in a moment. But silver does not just have a price. Silver has friction. What friction? All those things I just talked about. Dealer markup, premium shipping, insurance on shipping, storage, and then risk. That's a real word. Friction with silver buying and selling is where your wealth disappears unless. Now, at the end of this class, you are going to buy silver. I'm not against buying silver. I'm against not being educated about it. Because the friction is where you lose your money. So you think you're paying $80 an ounce, you're going to wind up paying $120 an ounce by the time it hits your hand. That's a 15 to 25% haircut on your silver before you even own it. So write that down, okay? So lie number one, I'm buying at spot. Nobody is. Get that out of your mind. Number two, I'll just sell it when I need the cash. I'll liquidate it when I need to get cash. Oh, you will you? That's the scam that we're going to talk about right now. This is where everybody gets destroyed with silver. Let me walk you through the process of what actually happens when you're ready to liquidate physical silver. And this is not a theory, my friends. I'm talking about what happens to real people in real situations. Step number one, you buy all this silver, and you should. You ought to be buying silver now. The moment this video ends, you need to be buying silver, because if you knew what I knew, I've been on the phone today with sources, real sources, that knows what the Treasury Department's getting ready to do. It's called a reset, and it's going to reset to gold. But I'm not going there today. I'm just educating you on the process, or to borrow from my British friends, the process of what you need to be prepared for. So you buy all this silver. You've got tons of it. I've got tons of silver. And you've got it, you've stacked it, and there it is. And it comes in those big monster boxes and all those loose coins. You throw it in a vault or in a drawer. And now you got to gather it all up. You want to liquidate it? Gather it all up. Put it in a bag. Number two, find a buyer. You got to find a buyer for silver. You've got a few choices. The local pawn shop, the local coin shop, or an online dealer. That's your three choices. You want to liquidate it? Not easy. Now, if you'll listen to me all the way to the end, I will show you how you can do all of that at the push of a button. But otherwise, without Professor Toto, you got to gather all that silver up and go to one of those three places. If you decide to go with an online dealer, they're going to pay you more than your local pawn shop. So now, if you want to do that, guess what you've got to do? Oh yeah, you got to ship your metal to the online dealer, put it in a box, send it across the country, pray that it gets where it's going, Once they get it, oh, and by the way, you have to pay them a deposit. And when they get it, they inspect it to make sure it's pure. They weigh it, they test it, and they find every reason they can to question it. Meanwhile, you're waiting for days and weeks. Who knows what silver's going to do in that time? Finally, you get an offer, not a payment, but an offer. Now, this is where you need to listen, my friend. You're never going to get an offer that is over 85% of spot price. That's the silver scam right there. No one, the pawn shop, the coin dealer, the online dealer, they're going to look at whatever spot price is, and if you get an offer of 85% of spot price, that's the best offer you're ever going to get. Okay? 85%. So you bought, let's think about it. You bought your silver 20% above spot price, and now you're going to sell it 15% below spot. That's the scam of the century. That's the scam of the century. That's not investing. That's donating to the precious metals industry. So, and if you need cash today, it's even worse. You go to the pawn shop, the local dealer, they're going to offer you less than 85%. Silver is easy to buy, and you need to buy it. And you need to buy it today, but it is very hard to exit cleanly from silver. Nobody wants to give you a fair price to buy it back. Liquidity is the silent killer of silver. Now, here's the blind spot. Here's what separates amateurs and uneducated people. You are not going to be uneducated because you follow Professor Toto. You are going to be educated today. Every amateur that buys silver, they ask, what am I paying? How much per ounce? But nobody asks the professional question, what will someone pay me? That one question right there separates metal collectors from people who actually understand money. You can have a safe full of silver, my friend, stacked to the ceiling, beautiful, shiny. But if you cannot liquidate it efficiently, if you can't turn it into cash when you need cash, you don't have wealth. You have shiny stress. That's all you have. I solved this problem a decade ago. Me, Professor Toto. I solved that entire scam. We solved the problem. I've been in precious metals for a long time, a decade now. I've seen the scams. I've seen the hype. I've watched people get taken to the cleaners by dealers who smile at you on the way in and then stab you in the back on the way out. So years ago, I asked myself, is there a way to own physical metal with a guaranteed exit strategy? Guaranteed. Written, guaranteed. Not theoretical, not we'll see when we sell, but I wanted something guaranteed. And that's when I found my partner, 7K Metals. Now, for all of you that's trying to buy silver, if you do not buy it from 7K Metals through me at godsmoney.info, you are going to get the scam of the century. And then you'll be saying, I wished I had listened to Professor Toto. I'm not discouraging you from buying silver. I'm discouraging you from being dumb. Okay? Quit asking, what am I paying up front? And ask, what are they going to pay me when this rise is over and I want to tap out or cash out, okay? So Here is how godsmoney.info is different. Godsmoney.info. Here is how we are different. Because first of all, we don't do commercials for silver and gold. Okay? We don't sell metal at godsmoney.info. We have an infrastructure. Listen to me carefully. Everybody else, SD Bullion, Amex, all these people are selling metal. And that's a good thing. We sell infrastructure. We guarantee you, here you go. Are you ready? We guarantee you the highest buyback over spot. That's it. When I found that out, that's the side of this equation that nobody's thinking about, that's out there buying silver. Silver's being sold today like crazy, and it should be. Smart people are taking their money out of 401ks right now, putting in silver. And we can help you do that at godsmoney.info. Book an appointment with me now. We can get your money and put it in silver, but we'll give you more than a metal. We'll give you a mindset. We'll give you an infrastructure, and then you can liquidate your silver only with godsmoney.info. If you buy it anywhere else, you don't have an infrastructure to get out. If you buy it from us, we've got a little button on your computer, a little handy-dandy button. You push it, and you get the cha-ching. With the push of a button, we will liquidate everything you have that you've bought from us. Not that you bought anywhere else, but if you bought it from us, we will buy it back over spot price, the highest price in the industry. Anywhere. That is guaranteed. You don't ship it and wait. You don't have to find a dealer. You don't negotiate while you're desperate. You push a little button. Cha-ching. Now, remember that word risk we talked about earlier? That's something none of you consider. You get all this silver and gold in your house. You have no protection. Did you know that your homeowner's insurance does not cover the value of those coins? Did you know that the minute somebody finds out you've got it, a robbery, theft, fire, flood, God knows whatever, that's risk. And if you lose all that, that's because you were dumb. You didn't listen to Professor Toto and get it from godsmoney.info, because had you done that, we would give you an alternative. Yes, we will ship it all to you. You want it in your hands? No problem. The only problem you have is liquidity. If you will go with our vault, remember, we have an infrastructure. We've got it all, not just the metals. We built a house, okay? We will store your silver for you at Vault Max. That's in Rigby, Idaho. You can literally drive to the vault and see your money with your name on it. Okay, this is a real, it's not some imaginary storage facility. This is not trust us, it's somewhere safe. This is a real facility, Vault Max. Real vault, real security, real insurance, and are you ready for this? Fully insured by none other than Lloyd's of London. Lloyd's of London, folks. That's not your cousin's insurance company. That's the gold standard. Literally, no pun intended. It is the gold standard of insurance going back to 1688, Lloyd's of London. And if you come to godsmoney.info website, book an appointment with us, and sign up with us, now here's what you're going to get. You're going to log in to your back office. You're going to see your metals. Now, yes, we will ship them to you if that's what you prefer. No problem. The only thing is, you can't push the button and liquidate. You'll have to ship them back, and then we'll send you a check or wire it to you. But You can log in and see exactly how much you've got. I can do that right now on my computer. You can see the serial numbers of your coins, the value as they increase every day. Or you can drive to Idaho and eyeball them, put your hands on them, touch it, and if you only at godsmoney.info, you can liquidate it instantly. No shipping, no inspection delay, no negotiation, no 15 to 25% haircut on your money. God's money, silver and gold. That's the difference between owning metal and having access to capital. And that's what nobody's teaching you. That's what nobody's telling you. Forget how much you're paying up front. What are you paying on the back end? You know, I was in the car business. There's something called the back end. That's where they make all their money. Silver's got the same scam, all right? You want to know why the rich people stay rich? Because they understand liquidity. They understand exit strategies. They don't trap their wealth in assets that they cannot move. Here's the facts. If you have any money in a bank account right now, you are not smart. I love you. If you've got dollar bills in a bank account instead of a gold and silver account today, if you knew what I knew, if you knew what's coming, you would reach in. If you got $50 in there, I don't care. Because only at godsmoney.info can you buy silver and gold with $50. It don't matter. Get it out. Protect it, my friends. But let me explain something to you. Many of you watching me right now, you say, that'd be nice if I had a 401k or if I had money stocked up. I get you. Trust me. I've been there. I get you. Only at godsmoney.info is the little man not locked out. That's why I love this partnership I have. With godsmoney.info, you can buy what's called fractional metals. Because many of you have already gone and looked. You want to get one of them bars, one of them ounces of gold, or my God, it's $5,000 an ounce almost, and you freak out. No need to freak out. Come to godsmoney.info, and what we'll do, we'll shave off a little piece for you. Fraction. If you are a member at godsmoney.info, you type in on your little computer how much you want to spend. You got $100 to spare, type in 100 and then hit the shave off button, and we'll start shaving off $100 worth of that bar of gold or silver, whatever you want. That's called fractional metals. Only available at godsmoney.info. Just enter your little dollar amount. That's all you got to do. Enter your little dollar amount. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Only at godsmoney.info can you do that. So you see, we are saving you from the scam. And when you put in $100, we'll shave, our little shaver will go to work, and it'll convert your fake money, dollar bills as fake money, to gold and silver at real-time pricing. And then what do? We store it in the vault for you, or we'll ship it to you, fully insured. You want to put, now, if I was every one of you, here's what I'd do. When you come to godsmoney.info and book an appointment with us and we get you part of our club, you can set up, did you know you can set up a monthly, if you want $50 a month to go into silver, you can do that. You can do one time, monthly, whatever you want to do. You want to put $500 a month in silver and gold, you can do that. Now, like I said, we can ship it to your house. I've got plenty. We can do that. I used to do that. I've stopped doing that because I want access to instant liquidity if I need it. I don't want to be hauling silver coins all over town trying to get my money, okay? But listen, remember, your homeowner's insurance does not cover precious metals, okay? Go read your policy. I'll wait. When you come back, you'll be like, thank you, Professor Toto, for that information, all right? Fire not covered, theft not covered, flood not covered, act of God not covered. So you got $20,000 in silver in your closet and your house burns down, it's gone. But if you'll put it in the God's money vault, you're covered. Lloyd's of London says it's covered. All right. You want access to the infrastructure that we've built? Go to godsmoney.info. The QR code is on the screen. Book an appointment. I'll warn you now, our appointments are booked up already weeks out. It doesn't matter. Book the first available appointment, and as we have cancellations, we will squeeze you in because everybody's wanting silver right now. All right? Now, to access our infrastructure, it's very simple. You have to become a member of godsmoney.info, and to do that is $199 a year to get access to free storage, to get access to instant liquidity, to get access to a money wallet. You simply join our club, and now you're guaranteed the highest buyback rate above spot. You stop the scam whenever you become a partner with us, okay? So start asking these questions. What will I be paid when I sell? That's the question. Not what will I pay when I buy, but what will I be paid when I sell? Because here's the math, all right? I'm going to give you the math for all of my mathemateurs out there. Today, you buy $5,000 worth of silver, okay? Now, you decide not to buy it from godsmoney.info. You go buy it from whomever, wherever, and whenever. No problem. First of all, you're going to pay a premium, a markup. We all have the markup. That's not the problem, okay? So now, instead of $5,000 worth of silver, you're really at $5,700 worth of silver because of the markup over spot price. You sell when you get ready to liquidate at 85% of spot. You're going to get back $4,250. You've already lost $1,500. That's the scam of silver. Now, let's say you buy that $5,000 through godsmoney.info, Professor Toto. You're going to pay a reasonable premium. You're going to pay $199 for an annual membership. You sell at the guaranteed buyback rate, and you win. Because the membership isn't a cost. The membership is insurance on your exit. Let me say that again. The membership is your insurance for an exit out of silver. And that's what nobody's taught you. That's what nobody talks about. Silver you cannot liquidate efficiently is not an asset. Once again, it's shiny stress. Here's something else you need to know. No government reporting. Yeah, there you go. Something that might matter more than anything else I've talked about today. No government reporting on what you own. Let that land. You understand what that means, right? When you buy silver through godsmoney.info or gold or platinum, you store it in the vault that's insured by Lloyd's of London. There's no 1099, none. There's no form filed with the IRS telling them what you hold. There's no database somewhere with your name on it saying this person has X ounces of silver. You will instantly have private wealth. You don't have that at your bank, friends. Now, why does that matter? Here's why. In a world where every transaction is tracked, where your bank account can be frozen with a phone call, I've had that happen before, okay? It's scary. It's a scary deal. It's a little scary deal, you understand? With a phone call, your bank account can be frozen with a phone call. In a world where they're pushing digital currency so they can see every dollar that you spend, the ability to hold wealth privately It's not a luxury. It's now becoming a necessity, especially for us patriots, okay? You think the government needs to know how much silver you own? You think that's any of their business until you sell it? And then there's a taxable event. But until you sell it, they don't know you got it. Now, there are plenty of people in plenty of countries throughout history who wish they would have moved their wealth somewhere private before that knock came on the door. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being historical. God'sMoney.info does not report your holdings, period. Now, up to a certain amount, and we will not let you reach that certain amount. We will do another transaction, okay? That is where an added layer of security protects you. What you own is between you and the vault in Idaho or your mattress. And in the times that we're living in, that's not just a feature, that's a fortress. You get that with your membership. All right, let's talk about the bigger picture before I go today. This is something that goes beyond silver. We are living in unprecedented times right now. The dollar is being printed into oblivion. The debt is unpayable. The system is shaking. Silver's not just an investment. Silver is insurance against what's coming. Folks, gold and silver are not supposed to be rising while the stock market is rising. Go look at history. Anytime that's ever happened, the bottom fell out. Now, thanks to Donald Trump's tariffs, we believe the bottom falling out is going to be much delayed. But still, none of us know. If we're looking to history, the bottom's fixing to fall out. I did a show on that. Go find it 1 or 2 shows ago. And I taught what history has always done when precious metals rise with the stock market. Now, silver is insurance. All precious metals is insurance against that. However, insurance that you cannot access is not insurance. It's a false sense of security. So for all of you going out to buy gold and silver, you better get it through God'sMoney.info. We will ensure your exit strategy. You need to be able to move quickly in the times that are coming. You can ignore what I'm saying, but I promise you the people that listened to me 4 years ago are thanking me today when they're looking at the value of their silver and their gold. Not too late. It's only going higher. Do something today, but do not do it just anywhere. Do not go buy silver at the lowest price you find. That's stupidity, because you're only thinking on the front end. You got to think on the back end. The people that will survive what's coming financially are the people that can turn their assets into action when the moment demands it. Not next week, not after they ship it, not after inspection, but now. Now, I need to be able to push a button now. Only we, God'sMoney.info, offers you that. Only nobody else. Nobody. And only we guarantee you to buy it back over the spot price. That's what we provide. And that's why I've been doing this with them for years. And that's why I'm telling you about it today, because many of you have already started buying silver. You're buying all the right product from all the wrong places. Where you buy it matters more than how you buy it. And that's important, my friend. Okay? Silver is not just about price. It's about access, speed, and control. Most people buy silver, but very few people buy a system that protects the exit. That's the blind spot. And now you see the blind spot. And now you know the best of the story. I'm Professor Toto of the Conservative College. It is my duty to be a watchman of we the people. God bless you. Make sure you share this to all of your friends and family.